Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit you with a video. Now, this video right here is about the rapper, Daylyt, the battle rapper or ex-battle rapper. I don't know what he do these days. But anyway, other than talking a lot of mess about Jay Prince. And yes, we're going to start the story off right on that note. And also about the other big YouTuber, Hassan Campbell. Now, I don't have anything against Hassan Campbell. And just like Hassan Campbell like to call certain people out, and for some reason, he's been on a cloud chasing mission lately. Now, when Hassan Campbell, and I'll get back to Daylyt in a second, when Hassan Campbell first came out, we remember Hassan Campbell for one thing, and what's that? We remember Hassan Campbell for being a victim of alleged, and I says alleged very loosely, kind of loose like his rear end was with Africa Bambaataa. Allegedly. Now, he came out with Side Netter, and a lot of y'all may know about Side Netter. Big shout out to Side Netter TV, Black News 102, and Side Netter Studios. Been watching Side Netter for a long time. But anyway, he came out with Side Netter and basically stated that he was molested by Africa Bambaataa. And when everybody heard that a couple years ago, we was like, oh, poor baby. We was really brokenhearted for her son. But lo and behold, everything that shines is not gold. Everything that people say would not be true. So he also Hassan went to Star, Troy Terrain, for those who may know him better as Star in the Morning. Been around a long time. Now, Star helped put it out there, and it got a few more people. Then you also had a guy by the name of Ronald Savage, they call Beat Stinger, used to be around Africa Bambaataa back in the day. And a lot of y'all might be saying, who's Africa Bambaataa, for my younger heads out there, for my people who may not have been around in the 80s but really the 80s. He is the guy that kind of like started, I guess, hip hop, him and what's that, Cool Herc, what's the other guy, Marley Marr, those type of guys way back in the day, like that, the Crush Groove area, if you will, maybe before then. Anyway, Sugar Hill Gang, all that. So he was the one who had the hit song Planet Rock, and they still play that song to this day. So he basically comes out as a victim of alleged molestation. So we all felt sorry for him, including me. I used to big him up on my channel. But, you would think if somebody coming out on a platform for as them being molested, that they would continue and have videos about molestation victims, going to do something for the people, helping the youth, as he says. But the last thing they would start doing is cloud chasing. Now, a lot of people have been making videos about Hassan, going really in on him. And the more I sit back and I observe this young man from a distance, you know what I'm saying, I can see why. Now, some of the things they do say it be overboard, but for so long, you get it. It's because, it comes a point to where you got to call things out when people are cloud chasing. What Hassan is doing is basically grade A book 101, cloud chasing. Now, anybody will sit up here and make a video about a rapper, Jay Prince, along with him and Daylyt, which I don't understand why would Daylyt, the rapper who want to be spun, like somebody put a bad spun tattoo over his damn face. He look like a wand, if you know what I mean. But why would a rapper Daylyt from the West Coast, call out a guy who's a pioneer in the South? Why won't you call out your Snoop Dogg's? Why won't you call out your Ice Cubes, your Dr. Dre's? You have so many people on the West Coast you can call out. That's right there, right in your backyard. That's from Los Angeles. But what people do, what these cowards do, they will pick somebody else. And I don't know if they think, you know what I'm saying, like I said before, that Jay Prince is some guinea pig or some pushover or something. So I don't understand why they speaking his name so loosely. And what the hell do Jay Prince got to do with this? Now, some of you all might remember when YBN Jay Almighty got his chain snatched in New York. That's because Jay have dealings with YBN. That is Jay's artist. He have interest in him. He have stock invested in that man. He have money. He have to protect that man. So it's different than something happens to a Nipsey Hussle. May he rest in peace. And the bad thing what happened to Nipsey. But at the same time, we cannot blame Jay Prince for what happened to Nipsey Hussle. How about blame the alleged shooter, Eric Holder? How about blame the people that's from around there instead of blaming a guy from the South? That don't make no sense for what Daylyt speaking. And to sit up here and go off on Jay Prince when you miss everybody else that stay in Los Angeles. From the last time I heard, 'cause I used to stay in LA for a while too, is that Los Angeles has a lot of rappers. So why not blame one of them? But it's easy to throw a stone at somebody else. But you're throwing stones at the wrong house. And those stones, will get thrown back. But back to Hassan. Now, Hassan takes what Daylyt said about Jay Prince, said, well, Daylyt must be watching me, the rapper Daylyt. Who gives a damn? Who is Daylyt? Everybody has an opinion. It's like an asshole, but this is what happens when people need things to justify them. Now, if you may notice from her son's catalog, and no offense, get your money if that's what you're trying to do. But let me tell you something. Everything is not worth your life. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to make a few views, a few extra dollars, it's not worth you compromising your integrity, which you've done a long time ago. But how can you come out as a victim of child molestation, and then ultimately you backdoor, you want to become a regular blogger, you want to be like one of us? That's just like if I would have came out and said such and so molested me, all of a sudden I'm making videos about a Steve Harvey. I'd have forgot about the guy who I done started in on. How about we deal with Africa Bambaataa first before we deal with anybody else, since that seems to be where the source of your trouble started at, and that's where you came out on, that you wanted to fight this man, and you wanted to bring, not fight this man, you wanted to bring this man to justice. And all of a sudden you said if you want to have Africa Bambaataa locked up, you would. Now, what person done got tampered with, that got they booty tampered with, and would try to spare a person? I don't understand that. So if you're a victim of molestation / rape or whatever you want to call it, why not do what you have to do and put this person behind bars? So evidently it's different situation, if you ask me. But I don't understand, how can a person sit up here and think everything that they say is right? How easily can the people be fooled? And you got to understand, you have people watch you for two reasons. Someone watch you to be entertained by you, and someone watch you to listen to you, to think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because they really rock with you like that. You have some people who really rock with you, and you have some people who don't fuck with you at all. But the way you started is the way you're going to finish. You know what I'm saying? We can't let people like this off the hook, because this is what's wrong with YouTube right now. We have too many people out here cloud chasing. We have too many people out here who can make any kind of video, and the fact that you have a problem with this person, you try to convince the rest of the world to have a problem with this person. When you sat up here and said, well, why didn't Jay Prince do this on the East Coast? Well, why didn't you make a video about the guy who kicked the old lady on the subway, who Nike kicked this old woman? Y'all remember the video I did about like a week or two ago? This happened right in your backyard. Her son, the Bronx, kicked this woman about 7 or 8 times, hard as he could, in her chest area, in her head, and you did not even make one video about it, but you skipped the Bronx and went all the way to Texas, because I guess you got a fixation with Texas now. But you know the old saying, don't mess with Texas. It's a reason why they say that. But you would go and do the story, and I'm glad you did the story, but you also should have did the story, even though it was black on black crime. You should also did the story of that man in the Bronx kicking that old woman. But you did the story in Dallas of the racist white bartender beating a black woman up, which you should have done. But you need to clean up your own area first. But how can you give advice when you're double-minded? When you say this one day about a person, you're going to spit in Jay Prince's face, which is very stupid. And in fact, you should have left it alone with that. But you still keep trying to ride this man coattail. You're what they call penis riding. I don't want to say the D word, D riding, you know. But it comes to a point where you have to sit back and think about really what you're doing. Because how can you sit up here and make videos, Tech Nine off themselves? He pulled a R. Kelly, the rapper, Tech Nine, a battle rapper, and then said Tech Nine was the boogeyman. So Africa Bambaataa is not the boogeyman. And I noticed all your titles, you know, got about, I don't know how many videos of Nipsey Hussle and stuff. You're just trying to ride this man's name into the grave like the Breakfast Club do. Y'all don't give a damn about Nipsey Hussle, because if you did, you would did a video or two or whatever, speak on it and stop, instead of just trying to ride this man's name all the way in the grave. That do not make no sense. But people like this want to convince people that they're here for the public. They're here for the betterment of the public. And I don't know what the hell Daylyt talking about Jay Prince wrong, and you want to be a real gangster. So you will use Jay Prince as an example instead of using a Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg stage right there, YG, The Game, Whack 100, all these other people. You will skip all those guys to come and try to mess with a guy in Houston, Daylyt. That don't make no damn sense. And before anybody can take you serious, you got to get that damn mask, that tattoo off your face before. Because for a grown ass man with a damn tattoo like that on his face, how can you talk about a businessman such as Jay Prince? That don't go together. That's like somebody in a damn, and no offense, that's like somebody in a Hyundai Excel trying to talk shit to somebody in a Rolls Royce. I mean, the two is both cars, but they're different cars on different levels, if you know what I mean. But it comes a time when we must listen to what we're saying out of our own mouths. You cannot sit up here and point the finger, because I don't know when it became cool to target a James Prince, Jay Prince. I don't know when it became cool. Say I'm gonna spit in this man's face and then backtrack it, talk about the man kids, and then we was willing to let it go. But you keep making videos about the man, and like I said, it's not so much as about Jay Prince as it is her son. But it goes to show you the nature of the person who's trying to say everybody else is picking on him. Just like, you know what I'm saying, like when you hear about somebody saying everybody's picking on them, and you sit back and observe them and watch how they move, right there lies the truth as to what's going on. They messing with you because of what you do. You're not coming out standing for what you said you stand for. You cannot come in the game one way and try to be a different way later on. People's not going to ride with that because that's what helped catapulted you to the little level you're at. So be happy for those little 100-some thousand subscribers. Like I told you, you're doing very good. You can do a lot better if you know how to diversify your portfolio. But you cannot do that if you got James Prince's name in your mouth every day. Nipsey Hussle, the man is gone. You know what I'm saying? May Nip rest in peace. You just writing these people's names into the damn mud, making 2-3 videos a day about a dead man. And you're not bringing no substance to the table other than blaming the fact that why Jay Prince to do nothing. So you want Jay Prince to solve the world's problem, feed the hungry. You know what I'm saying? Bring Dr. Sebi back, cure AIDS, cure syphilis, cure cancer. What you going to do, Hassan, when you let somebody on your own watch in your own backyard get stomped and you didn't even make a video about it? So I guess we dealing with certain YouTubers who will look at other people's demographics and will make videos about their own home city. Look at my page. I make plenty of videos about shit goes on in Houston. You know what I'm saying? And I still go where the hell I want to go because if it's going down regardless, But I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm this and I'm that. I don't, because number one, I don't fear no man but God. But a real man's not going to sit up there and say all that because anybody can be touched. That's not the point. The point is, how can you skip your area and come all the way to the South and go all the way from New York to California and talk about a Nipsey Hussle, and then you and Daylyt some kind of way link James Prince's name in there and say James Prince got all this pull, he got all this power. Well, damn, don't Dr. Dre got a lot of pull and power? Don't Ice Cube got a lot of pull and power? Don't Snoop Dogg at all got a lot of pull and power? YG, all these people. But you want to talk about somebody who's not even from that demographic, even though he has connection. So that means the people that y'all got must ain't worth shit then if you got to pick on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I mean, damn, just go and give him the title of the Don. Blame everything on James Prince then if that's the case, if that makes people feel better. But when are you men is going to stand up and take charge for your own cities? Like what happened in the Bronx on that subway, Hassan, when that woman got beat down by this guy. And I guess you didn't make the video because you thought this guy might put a foot in your ass. But it's easy to get on YouTube, shine your little glasses up and everything. And like I said, I had mad respect. I even took up for this guy, like I said before, on live stream, giving people shout outs. But everybody I gave a shout out to for us trying to take up for him, and they seen more and more what came out his mouth. And the fact that you would sit up here and go after everybody 10 times harder than what you go after the guy that molested you? Who the hell does that? Where they do that at? If I got molested, the first thing I'm going to deal with is the mother effer that touched me in the wrong way. And for you to try to preach to somebody and saying that you this and that, just like the situation with Burger King. Now, you apologize, which wasn't really a number but a half-ass apology to James Prince for saying that you're going to spit in his face, and you really didn't apologize for what you said about his children. But hey, whatever. But when you went to Burger King acting a fool, I could have did like a lot of other people if it was about cloud chasing, but your name ain't big enough. You're not even on the radar. The point is, I'm just trying to give you some advice. If you want to last long in this game, and I ain't talking about YouTube, I'm talking about this life, because what you're doing is setting yourself up for a failure. And when you fall, people are going to be like, hell, he had it coming to you. Nobody's going to give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So it's a few dollars AdSense worth your life. It's a few dollars worth a few views, because I see you mostly get your views when you're talking about a Texas man, and you can talk about a Kansas City man, you can talk about an Oklahoma man, New York man, Chicago. I don't care, because I don't play that hood shit, that where I'm from shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm from everywhere. I'm universal. But anyway, even though I'm from the South, but still I consider myself from everywhere, because I can vibe with anybody. I can get along with some people, you know what I'm saying, from the East Coast, some people from the West Coast, some people from up north. Hell, I get along with some from the South. Some of them from the South I don't get along with. We don't get along with everybody just because we're from the same demographic. So what I'm trying to say is this. How can James Prince be responsible for everything? And why won't you take that same energy and put that into convicting Africa Bambaataa? See, something is wrong with this situation, because the stories that you give us about when you first met this man, one minute you say you was 17, they got a video up. It was on the Queen's Flip show, matter of fact, because I watch all this stuff. I just don't speak on it. And then another one, you said you was 15. Then another one, you said you was 13. So What the hell is going on? This is why a lot of people don't need no damn YouTube, no internet. This is why a lot of people don't need a little money, because they get a little taste of money. You can tell people they never had shit because they start acting like it's something totally new to them. If a person used to having something, guess what? They're going to still carry on, and they're not going to break and change a win. But notice how humble Hassan Campbell was when he first came out. He was very humble. But the more he started to grow, the more he started to change. And you're your own man. You can do what you want to do. But you need to stop using people names just for you to come up on. You know what I'm saying? You done made 10 videos, 15 videos about Nipsey. You done made 20 videos about Jay Prince. And your main views come from the Jay Prince videos, because people really tuning in to witness your demise, because you don't really see you're digging a grave for yourself. Not saying that James going to do something, but how can you sit up here and say Tech Nine offed himself in a video title because he pulled a R. Kelly, and you won't even sit up here and say Africa Bambaataa offed himself for doing a R. Kelly, for messing with me, even though R. Kelly was messing with girls. He wasn't messing with boys, but it's still bad he was messing with underage girls. Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly. But it would have been 10 times worse if he was messing with underage boys. But here you just had a whole man touch you, and you admitted it. You admitted giving oral sex to a mentally handicapped kid when you was young. This is what's said out of his mouth, because I don't speculate. I don't slander anyone. We let them talk for themselves. So how can a person, and why would people sit up here and listen to a person who admitted giving head as a kid to another kid, and then admitted that he was somewhat of a lover to a damn rock star, a rap star, African Bambaataa, no matter if it was in the past? How can we take a person like that serious? Then just because a person sit up here and go like this and say, look at my eyes, I'm retarded. That don't scare anybody. That don't scare anybody. That's why a lot of people clown this person. Not to saying that I like to see the clown videos, because I just go back bypass them. Because like I said, I had big hopes for Hassan, and I'm nobody. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can change anybody, for those who know that song. But I had big hopes for this man. I'm like, here goes a man who done went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was like, touch him, Lord, bless him. He done been through so much. He done been molested. Let's see if we can lift this man up. So I started shouting him out. Other people sharing this video, shouting him out. Next thing you know, he get a little certain plateau. All of a sudden, he's a big YouTuber. He ain't humble no more. He won't humble himself. And we just supposed to sit back and just watch this like it's all right. But you got the nerve to want to call out another man when you ain't even cleaned up your own damn house. You ain't even cleaned up around your own front porch, but you worried about damn California. You worried about Dallas, Texas, but you won't even clean up and make a video about a guy who stomped a woman in your own city within a mile or two from you. You should have been down there stomping his ass or doing some kind of lecture to him. Like, hey, brother, you know you're wrong. Running after him and stuff. But no, and I could go a lot harder. I'm not trying to just go all the way in there, unless I have to, because I don't want to. I never did want to even make a video really addressing this man. But to have your titles the way you have them, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. To have your titles. Recently, Daylyt goes off on Jay Prince over Nipsey Hussle death. So you use Jay Prince's name and then use Nipsey Hussle name, and rest in peace, Nipsey, all in the same sentence to get views. And that's where your views come from. Because evidently the people that you got, most of them listening to you are brain dead, or they like drama. See, I don't want drama on my channel. I want logical, critical thinkers on my channel who like a little comedy, period. Because we all need to laugh every now and then. But everything is not a laughing matter. The way you start is the way you're going to finish in this life, period. You came on here being a victim of child molestation, and we still look at you as a victim of child molestation, period, point blank. And this is no light skin thing. This is no war or whatever else, because my view, I got way more than 100-some thousand subscribers, period. So it's not no hate or me trying to come up. I've been up. The thing is, try to uplift a brother, because people can tell you, I done shout out this guy name out. I done said, people picking on this guy, like, toward last year, before I had really seen, him really come on out of his shell. And now he's out of his shell, and we see him for who he is. He's trying to say we don't see him for who he is. Like, that's not me. We see you, fool. We see you for exactly who you are. And that's a person who must never had nothing and that would do anything for $1. You would do anything and say anything for $1. Who in a damn right mind, let me say it right, who in a right mind get on the internet, threaten to spit in another man's face, then come back a few hours later and recant it, and then still antagonize this man? You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do on your channels, but, you're going to bring more drama and more heat to yourself, because I know it gets to you. Just like you have these people on YouTube crying. I'm not going to sit up here and cry for no damn body. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody in this world will sit up here and make me cry. I cut the camera off and go sit in the closet before I cry. But people do that for emotions. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do if I lose my mama. I'm going to go off. I don't understand that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're looking for sympathy. That's what females do. You know what I'm saying? And some moist ass men. That's what they do. Men be men. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, you started out as a victim of molestation. Some kind of way you said, the hell with that mission. You know what I'm saying? Once you got you a certain little following, then you want to become a regular blogger. Then you had a nerve enough to put in your video with your disrespectful ass, Tech Nine was the boogeyman. So what is African Bambaataa? What are you? You admit it. I never heard the rapper Tech Nine, and may he rest in peace. I don't know the situation behind the battle rap. I'm not talking about the mainstream rap. I'm talking about the battle rapper Tech Nine. I don't know the cause of his death, but for a person who allegedly, you, son, who's been a victim of child molestation, we can't see it, because how can you be a victim and you yet and still you go in on people and you don't have no compassion, but you want us to have compassion on you like you was crying that day? You know, and people are just really tired of the charade. Like I said, do what you want to do. It's your life, period. But if a couple views, if a couple extra dollars worth your life, go ahead, because you're playing a life and death game. I don't know if you don't know this by now, but people are not playing no more. People are quick to kill you over anything. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that Mr. Prince is going to do anything. Matter of fact, Mr. Prince would not have to be the one to do it. Mr. Prince, people like him have people to do it for them. Let's be honest. Not saying he may not even know anything about it, but due to the fact people have that much respect for that man, they would do it. But how can Daylyt, the rapper with that fake ass spawn tattoo, go off on Jay Prince when you ain't go off on Snoop Dogg, you ain't go off on a Game, you ain't go off on Exhibit, Dr. Dre? The list goes on. You got so many rappers out there, but you skip all them and go to Houston and blame it on that guy. Like, why didn't he make a mob tie call? Wow, easy cop out. We got to look at this shit for what it really is, period, point blank. I don't know if they think this man is something to play with. And like I say, he's no God to me, but I have much respect for the man, because I'm from Houston. We have much respect for the man. That's just like if one of us using one of you all, person that you all highly respect, and every other day you see a video about this man, and you know this man is a good man. You know this man is about his business. You know this man has a track record of being respectful and also getting respect. But you see these cowards up here in this day and age making videos like it's fun, just for a view, just for them to have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? So instead of worrying about Jane Prince, worry about your backyard. Daylyt, you worry about Nipsey situation. We find out the truth about that situation, because for somebody to sit up here and say, well, this is what happened, and don't y'all think no other way, you got to watch that. I never tell people this is what happened and, you know, that's it. No, always think to the end, because once you stop thinking, somebody else wants to think for you. Let me know what you all think. But the way you come in this game is the way you're going to leave. It's time we hold these people responsible. At the same time, if you come out as a victim of molestation and people raise you up to a certain platform, to a certain level, and you say the hell with that and you go try to be a regular blogger, you can't do that. And we all should have a problem with that, because that means we all have been deceived and used. So Tech Nine, and I don't know anything about Tech Nine being a boogeyman from his last video, but from who I see the boogeyman is, it's you, son. It's people like you, because you chose to run away. Remember what you told us in the videos? You chose to run away from your mom home and go stay with Africa Bambaataa. That's not molestation. You chose to go to that man's house. That's not molestation, because you kept coming back and forth. Even when you was grown, they have you and Africa Bambaataa a few years ago taking pictures together. But Tech Nine is the boogeyman. Tech Nine offed himself, killed himself because he pulled a R. Kelly, excuse me. But the hell with Africa Bambaataa, right? We won't let that slide. Anyway, y'all let me know what you all think about this video. And like I said, you can support anybody you want to, because I'm not telling my subscribers, aka my family, who they should watch. You can watch whatever you want to watch, because I'm not trying to control nobody, because people going to do what they want to do. But I want you all to know one thing. The way you start is going to be the way you finish. You can't come in this way and all of a sudden at midway you want to change, because I don't understand how can a man sit up here and call himself a man, a gangster, the hardest in Bronx River, and you done had cock in your mouth. You done said what you done did when you was young. Oh, hell no. You must think we crazy. Anyway, Let me know what you all think. And you too, Hassan, if you want to. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely share this video with your family and friends. And clean up your own house before you worry about somebody else. Daylyt, you clean up over there on the West Coast. James Prince, we'll take care of the South. Hassan, you take care of the East Coast. Can you do that? Stop trying to get one person to take over the whole damn world to help clean up the whole damn world when it's all of you all out here, all you rappers, all you bloggers in your certain sections. It ain't one man job to try to be God to everybody. Think about that. I'm out.